Alrighty. We are in it for today. We got Marlon the Plumber on Coffee with Impetus, episode 19. What's up, Marlon? People
What's
don't
up?
know
What's
who
up?
you are. Let's give us some quick introduction of who you are and what you do.
Well, I am Marlon the Plumber. I used to live out in Chicago for the last 9 years or so. I lived in the city of Chicago and I plumbed all over the Chicagoland area. And now I moved back to Northern California, the Bay Area, and now I started my own business, Integrity Plumbing and Drain Service. That's what I do, baby. Woo!
Alrighty. So, what type of work were you doing before, and what type of work are you doing now? Like, let's just say plumbing in general. Do you do everything you get your hands on, or what's a typical day for Marlon?
Man, right now, for the moment, typical day for Marlon is actually I'm trying to finish up the home office for myself and my wife. But I answer phone calls, messages on different platforms from Yelp, Google, Home Advisor, Thumbtack, you name it, Nextdoor app, Facebook. And I just call them, just hustle, try to get the call, book it, and go do it. There's nobody giving me the calls. I gotta make my own money. So that's a typical day for Marlon, and trying to come home and finish up his office so I can focus, more time with the business. So that's what I've been doing lately. Trying to anything. I'm talking about, like my slogan, big or small. We fix them all. It don't matter if it's a drippy faucet or a water main that I repaired not too long ago.
We're
So
gonna be quoting that.
whatever it is, baby.
Whatever it is, we're gonna be quoting it day and night, all day, every day.
Via email, text, whatever, messenger, you name it. I do it all. Not afraid.
You know what? Just give me 1 second. I gotta set this up. I forgot.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there we go. Got my mic on, but everything disappeared. All right. So how long have you been plumbing for, Marlon? For the people who don't know.
20 years now.
20 years.
20 years, man. I started in South Central Los Angeles, California. Lost my job because some bullshit happened when I worked at the law firm. Told my wife, my daughter was gonna take them to the beach, and then I said I can't, and then she said what? And then I took them, and I got fired the next day, and started plumbing from then on, and haven't stopped.
Dang.
So
So did you follow a full apprenticeship before that at a company, or did you just get into it and afterwards challenge the license?
So basically, California, now that I've did plumbing in two different states in the U.S., every state has its own requirements. In the state of California, only the owner has to have the plumbing license. Um, in Chicago and Illinois, everybody in there has to have a license, including an apprentice. 48 months later, and you take your license test. But out here, when I first got into it, the dude was like, here's a pick, here's a shovel, you see that white line? Yeah, dig. And that's how I started. And then I went from there, and then I told him, yo, I need to make more money. He's like, well, you got to know more than just digging. I said, okay. So I did. Back then, there was no Google, no YouTube, no Instagram. It was get my ass to the library and buy the Plumbing 101 for dummies. And that's how I got my turns. I knew what a P-trap was, why a vent needed to be installed, and so on, and just, bugging all the old timers. What is that? What is that? Even though they kept yelling at me, but once they saw that I learned right away, that was it, man. I got my truck, a couple guys helping me, and I would do remodels and new construction, and that's what I started with, was remodels and new construction, and then developed that skills. Went to another company, did subterranean plumbing. I don't know if anybody knows what that is, but that's when you dig down and you have parking lots down below, and then you have your first floor, your deck, and then, so on and so on. So I got to do that in downtown Los Angeles, and then from there, moved up to the Bay. That's when I moved up to the Bay is when I started my service career, because the recession was hitting and the new construction was dying.
Yep.
So that's when my old boss at Fault Line Plumbing, Sean, was like, hey, Marlon, him and Josh, we're going to start a service industry. You're the next foreman that we're going to ask if you want to do service. And I said, am I gonna stay busy? He said, yeah. And that was it. He gave me a truck, fucking some snakes, and like I said, it was no YouTube back then, so you know,
All year
I figured
long.
it out. Yeah. So, but once I got the hang of it, it was a wrap. I loved it. It was nice. It wasn't you're repetitive. New construction is repetitive.
So
On
do you think you'll ever go back to new construction?
No, honestly, no. I mean, I'll go do a add-on. I'll bid on an add-on, a remodel, or any things like that. But I don't think I would want to get a set of prints and bid on a home. You know, I don't think I like that daily cash flow. Get in,
Yeah.
get out, get paid, get a next call, and just keeping that circle going.
No 30 days, no inspection, not inspection, but no like, rough in wait time, no finishing wait time and all that crap for payment,
Yeah.
right?
Well, the worst part is when the contractor says, "Hey, the investors pulled out." No one
You're
gets paid.
fucked.
Exactly. So no matter what you owe to the supply house or if you paid out of pocket, no one's gonna. It's a wrap. You can do a mechanical lien, but good luck with that. So I'm more about just service. I like actually servicing, the restaurant business. Um, like you do a lot of commercial restaurant stuff. That kind of slowed down because of COVID, because they don't have our beautiful customers that go inside and throw the dumb shit down the toilets. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? So,
I missed that.
that industry, yeah. So that industry kind of slowed itself down, but they're still cooking, so the drains are still getting clogged. Our boy Coco, shout out to Coco, he just did a great job. Took a few nights, him and his team. I don't know if you saw that. It would look like a restaurant. The whole pipe decayed, cast iron 3 inch, 2 inch.
You're pretty close to
That
Coco now, aren't you? Because he's in
yeah.
Up in Pasadena.
Well, yeah, it's about 5, 6 hours to the Los Angeles area, as well as in San Diego to my boy Billy out there, and then Chris Reuter, he's really close. He's about 3 hours, 2.5 hours for me. So
That's not bad at
that's
all.
not far out.
Oh, the Casa asked what you're drinking, by the way.
Me, I'm just drinking Dr. Pepper. I gotta lay this wood down right here. Oh, hardwood floor. I
You're
can't
gonna do
have
that
too
right after?
much shit. Well, I got about maybe 40% of it, 50% of it done. And then, my buddy's supposed to come and do the electrical outlets, and I got to do the baseboard, and now this office is done, and we can get into more of the plumbing.
Ooh, that's solid. You should show us it later. I still have to see the rest of it. I want to see the flooring you did. But we'll get on with the questions for the people. So for people who don't know, how did we meet again, Marlon? Was it through Instagram? I think it was.
Yeah, it was through the Instagram family. Me, you, and a bunch of other guys. We have a tight group that we chat with on a daily. But the first time I've ever, was it the wet show that we hung out?
I think so. Actually, yeah.
Yeah. After the wet show, you came to Chicago, and we had a great time.
Yeah, that
So
was
yeah,
the first time we actually met face to face.
man. Yeah.
I think it's
It
been
was
we knew almost 2 years before that.
Yeah. Before that, I was like, "Yo, what's up with my hat, fool?" And you sent me a hat.
Oh, I remember. No, what's up with my swag? Where's the rest of my swag? I want more than a hat.
Yeah, that's right. Then you sent me a box with fucking a loop and all kinds of shit.
Hey, anything I
Yeah,
could find, I was just sending it to you.
yeah. No, so that's how we met. We met on Instagram, just complimenting each other's work, because great minds think alike. You know what I'm saying? So seeing what you do with your guys is, that's awesome, and that's dope, and that's why I reached out a lot to you.
I feel you.
And I feel you. That's how we hooked up.
So I had a question about, since I've known you for so long, and then during those years you were working with Black Diamond.
Yeah.
What actually caused you to, really take on that thought of taking that leap and finally starting your own business? Since we're always talking about business on this channel, what really made you think that it was time for you to start doing it?
So I've always wanted to start doing it. Way before the gram. It was more the fact that once I start a business, so let me rewind. My wife went to grad school to Berkeley. To undergrad. She went to Berkeley. That's why we moved from LA to the Bay Area the first time. And then we moved from the Bay to Chicago because she got her PhD out there. At that point, before we even moved, I was already considering starting my business in the Northern California area. I had my connections and a lot of people that I met. But she said, "Hey, we got to move," I was like, "Holy shit!" I started. I'm not at that point. I'm like, I'm not gonna start anything until I know we're gonna stay there. Now that we're back in Northern California, okay, she got a 10-year track professorship job, and the cost of living here, it's like if I want to live that comfortable life and enjoy the things I like to do, I had to really just work for myself, make my own destiny. There's companies out here that help, you can make great money, but it's not the same. I'm to a point where I don't want to work for anybody else but myself. So knowing that we're not moving anymore from the California area, Northern California area, that's what, made me, okay, it's time to do it. And I had my license since '03 in California, and I had to put it as an inactive. So it was just a matter of time to come back home.
Come back home, and you just had to activate it again? Was that all there was to it?
Yeah, well, no, it wasn't. So you had to, California charges a lot, so I had to pay that fee. I you know what? To start my business, I used LegalZoom. It was very easy, very efficient. It costs money, but it's well worth it. No stress, no headaches. They ask you what you need, what you want, what are you doing. You just pay them, boom, they get it done.
Wow.
I mean, that was the best. That was like one of the best things about that. The state of California, they're a little slow. A lot of snail mail action. Everything through the mail. Send a check, and if you put your wrong period on the wrong spot, send that shit back, and you gotta resend it. So, but I mean, it wasn't too difficult. You just had to pay. It's like 800, then another 500, but once that got done, then it was good.
I feel you. So, what was I gonna ask next? Why did you call it integrity plumbing? Other than the fact of the word integrity, was there a deeper meaning to the fact that you want to call it integrity, or was it something that meant more special to you? Why integrity plumbing and drain service?
So there was a lot of names that we had. My wife helped me out a lot too with names. She's really brilliant and stuff. I had Plumbing Authority Services, Ivy League Plumber, which I'll tell you why I said Ivy League, but integrity. I just feel like integrity is one of those words that will grasp you, and once they see the type of work you do and how much how much craftsmanship you put into just installing the kitchen faucet, the client will be able to see how proud I am about doing that. Some people might laugh about that, but I don't care. I know I'm doing the right job, the correct job. I'm putting in the hot on the right side, well, hot on the left and the cold on the right, and I'm doing the work right. So I really just like that term integrity, because if you ain't got no integrity, you a fake. You're. So that's why I like that word. It's a strong word, and that's why I said, lead with integrity, plumb with integrity, baby.
Every day in, day out. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
What were the other names that you had thought of?
So I had the Ivy League Plumber.
Unique.
Ivy League, yeah.
Oh, Ivy League.
Yeah, Ivy, like Big Ivy, like Harvard, Yale,
Yeah.
So that came about because a few years ago, my wife was in Boston. She was working she did a postdoc at Harvard. Harvard gave me a library card. So I used to always tell people, I'm the Ivy League Plumber, baby. Here's my Harvard card, And I mean, so they actually did a really cool in their university. I think it's called the Gazelle. They have their own the Gazelle newslettering or whatever for Harvard. They wrote like a piece on my wife and her, and a colleague of her that actually ended up being like my second cousin through marriage. So her husband was related to some of my family members back in my dad's hometown. So anyways, they did a whole story, and I called myself the Ivy League Plumber, so that shit's published.
You should have kept it that way. You should always go to your customer's house and then just show them your card too. Be like, yeah, I used to go to Harvard.
No, I still got the library card, but it's just funny because
It'd probably sell a couple more jobs for you.
yeah, they're like, oh wow, this plumber's from Harvard. What the heck?
Yeah, baby.
What, baby? Shit. But definitely, yeah, that was one of the names. I really like the name, but I don't know. I just wasn't integrity. Just I felt it. Even though there's like integrity this, integrity that, different companies, but ain't nothing like mine.
That's true.
So that's true.
I feel you. So, other than that, there's another question I've always want to ask you. Why are people calling you the Don on Instagram?
I don't know, man. I mean, shit, maybe Marlon Brando, the Don, Godfather. Come here, my kids. I don't know. I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe it's how I, interact with people, how I, get shit done. I just get it done.
And the places you know for food?
Places I know for the food, the wine, the alcohol, the food, maybe because all of that is the Don, baby. Dude,
I feel
I'll take that.
That's what the Don's about.
You've been in Chicago with us, eating and stuff, you and Felix.
I have. It was a great time. We barely even worked back then.
We didn't do anything.
I came those 3 days and all you guys never even worked. You guys were on site. You guys were on site, but you didn't work.
That was after having fun at the wet show. We're over here now. Okay, let's go back to work. Shit, we didn't even work. We just had a good time. So, yeah, man. So that's that, brother.
I feel you. And I know you're very special with your interviews and all the phone calls I have with you all the time. But the specific things I want to go through today is let's see some of your repertoire that you have held up in your van, or some things that you can share with the audience. Bring us to your work van. Do you think that's possible?
You want the work truck?
Yeah.
Boy, hold on. Let me see.
Let's really make this different today.
All right, hold on. Hey, but you said is this close or is that far out?
You gotta bring it down to your face a little bit. Right there, yeah.
That's so weird because like my iPad is so down low. I don't know, something's wrong with that. I guess we'll figure that out. Hold on, I gotta walk inside because I was in the back, doing my thing in the little office. Hold up, let me get my keys.
Because I know you got a lot of things that you have other than your van. Like you have a lot of swag, you have a lot of, remember that keychain you showed me that had a little plumber's wrench that was made out of glass? I know you got a lot more hiding in there.
A lot of that stuff though I still have tucked away just because, well, you know how I moved to this place. I can't even find the damn keys. How I moved here. I'll say the truth. I haven't really unpacked all my stuff personally.
Yeah.
But I still have. Hold on, let me go get my keys. Hold up.
Hold
So
up.
We gotta show this.
What's that? You gotta pull it back. You gotta pull everything farther back from what it was before. Oh, okay. What's that from?
So that's from our guy Pyro from Japan.
Yeah.
He made me a customized cell phone holder. It says Marlon the Plumber in brass. Like that. But let's see.
Okay.
Let's see if I flip the camera.
Maybe if you flip the camera around afterwards, and then we'll be able to see it.
Hold on, let me see if I can work. How the hell you flip it on this damn thing? There it is. All right, Can you see better?
Well, I see up to integrity. That's it.
Oh yeah, well that's the garage door. Hold on. So this is the.
Oh, it's too close. Too close. We don't see the top anymore. That's weird. I don't know why the camera on that is a lot more weird. You have to be a little bit higher. Yeah, now we can see the whole tag. Marlon the Plumber.
Yeah. So he hooked that up. It's a special lock I have in the back. Can you see the lock or no?
Yeah, I can see the lock. This is perfect. That's a pretty intense lock. So
well,
how do you
there's a lot of thieves out here, bro. They be trying to thieve you up.
So you have to do a double open for this lock.
Yeah, you have to do this. Can you see?
Nope. Got to be a little lower. Yeah.
So you take that out. Okay. Then you unlock the back. I don't know if you can see. It's weird because I could see myself doing it in the camera, but you can't see it. See?
Hey. I think it's are you holding it vertical? What if you hold it horizontal?
Horizontal? Ooh.
Oh, there you go. Now we can see the whole view. So,
Oh,
ooh,
so that's what it was. I was holding vertical.
yeah, probably. But
Let me see what about. Let's see.
yeah, now I can see your whole face like this.
God, there. That's what it was. There you go, Terrence. Look at that. So anyway, so there you go. That's the truck. Got all the good Milwaukee stuff in there. Got integrity there. You know. Then of course, got this bad boy. Brass craft sent me a bunch of stuff too. So basically, that's what we have right there, my man. Got a nice little pull out. Helps me load up the
This
big in
this
there.
answers the Costas questions over here because he's asking what drain, equipment, or tools did you invest in when you first started?
Oh man, when I first started you know what? It was Gorlix. I had Gorlix in the beginning when I first started doing service, and then from then on, my man Billy, as I said it before, hooked me up with that Spark 300 there.
Yeah.
And then I bought the box with all the little stuff in it, and then
And
got all the
you called that one the poor man's jetter?
the poor man's jetter right there, baby. Got a foot pedal and everything. That fucking thing works. Hey, if you ain't got 60 grand, right there, $800. You get your foot pedal, you get the machine, and it works. See, the thing
No, I
is,
can see that.
it takes longer to do it. It takes longer to do it, but it works. You just.
Well, it's still better than just the electrical one, right?
And I got the. Yeah, no, that's gas.
Ooh, you're stepping too far away from your Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. What about now? You got it now?
Yeah, I got it.
So then this is the inside of the beast. Try to keep it clean, but it ain't that clean right now.
Okay.
Got this little guy here to hold it. Don't forget about the camera. See the camera there?
Yeah.
So when you're driving, you just turn this bad boy on and you back.
Ooh, your Wi-Fi keeps cutting off. I don't think we can keep going on this one.
There it is. What else you got? Look at that. Big ass 6.7 F350 diesel.
It's pretty sick, but you got your Wi-Fi is not far enough. You need some nodes out there.
Gonna have a good.
There we go.
You got it?
Yeah, we got it. So this is your garage where you put all the stuff in for your day-to-day work?
Yeah, basically. So, I try to keep everything on the truck. Everything stays in my truck. I still got a couple other bins to hang. Just every day there's something to do. But right now I got to finish that office. Once I finish that office, I'm going to wrap up the rest of this truck, put all my pipe right there that I use. And then, I try to keep it just a couple of my things here, and then the rest is the family stuff,
No, you got a
And
lot
then
of
the infamous,
already.
although some of that stuff is probably garbage. And then the infamous Bubba right here, the one that travels from Chicago with me. Infamous Bubba. She had a roll with me through the different states.
How old is Bubba over there?
Shit, dude, Bubba, she's like, I'll put this down. She is, my son's 14? She's older than my son. She's probably like 15 years old, 16.
She's older than your son. Wow.
Yeah.
Turtles go on for quite a while.
Yeah, but my daughter came home one day with my mother-in-law from a carnival and said she won a turtle. And that was that. She was as big as a 50-cent coin.
I feel you.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's the day. So the day-to-day basis, I try to get up and try to book calls. I got jobs already lined up for the next few days, and You just got to be on top of it when those what's that called? When those companies, home advisors, Thumbtack, any of those people message you, you got to be on it fast, or else you'll lose the damn sale.
I feel you.
You know. So, but I want to get to a point where I'm not gonna need them. Um, really, Yelp. Been getting more reviews on Yelp, so that helps out a lot, and also on Google. But so it's very time consuming. It's hard to be out there working, and you just like no days off. You just
So,
can't work.
so
You
other than
know.
the fact of like you waiting for certain calls to come in, is there anything in particular that you like doing a lot, rather than just like let's just say drain cleaning? Is there anything that you specifically kind of always want to do and you don't mind doing?
Damn, bro. You know what? That's a good question because I actually you know, that's the thing about plumbing. I like it all. There's one thing I don't like to do as much, and that's I don't like to work on urinals.
Oh yeah,
I fucking hate urinals. I
no,
swear, if I use my blowgun and unclog it, I'm fucking out of there. I don't mind working on shitters and stuff like that, toilets,
yeah.
but urinals, this is my pet peeve. Urinals and pedestal sinks.
No, that's just the worst. Those two are my favorite. I mean, my most hated as well. Like
Yeah.
urinals, if you've actually been to a really bad one where that fucking stuff really clogs the hell out of it, and you're
Mhm.
trying to kind of snake it, but your snake doesn't go through because it's all crystallized, and then the whole
Yeah.
bathroom starts smelling like piss. Yo, those are
Oh my
bad
god.
days.
That smell doesn't go away either. Ah.
It's worse than crap. The smell of crap.
Yep.
I'd rather smell crap than dried urinal.
But no, but yeah, I like, other than that, I like everything from diagnosing, troubleshooting, installation of a tankless heater, you know, and I don't mind doing a water heater versus a tankless heater. It doesn't matter to me. It, it's all the, it's plumbing, baby. Throw in that pretty pipe and let's go. You know.
Yeah,
So,
that's the stuff.
but yeah, but other than like not liking anything really, no. The only thing right now that I'm learning is the business aspect of it. When get done with the job, you got to make sure your invoice is correct. Do all that good stuff in the back scenes, and then you know get every message from Yelp, from see right here. I got Thumbtack, direct direct lead. Got message these people back, and sometimes they just got a bunch of questions, and it's like,
It's just a total different kind of work pace from before, where you just get the calls and you go. But then now you're doing the part where you're getting the call and you're setting up the call, you're setting up your schedule, and then doing the job at the same time.
that's correct. It's a whole different world, but eventually I'll get to a point where I'll have people to do that for me. It's just right now, just me solo, you know. But that's where we all start. You know what I mean?
It's fun though, when you're solo, it's fun while it lasts. When you do really try
Yeah,
to get more people, it actually becomes different, and stress actually piles on rather than gets taken off.
that is true. We got them employees that sometimes will say something or record something and do something that somebody don't like.
Yeah,
you know.
no, I feel you. But we're going to the next question here. We're talking about pictures for Instagram. So there's a couple I sent you. The
Yeah.
first one that I'm going to show people is you in a huge sump, but there's not much saying you're just saying let's get it. So when you're in this sump, what's really happening here?
Oh, and the sump right here with the with me inside the hole. All right, so this basically what this is. This was in Illinois. There is a backflow preventer inside. So what that does is that it's a flood control. So it's a one-way valve, and inside of that chamber, in that pit that I was in, there's a sump pump in there, ejector pump that I had to replace.
Ah,
So it's a flood control system, and then within that flood control system, the ejector pump went out, so I had to replace that, and that's what I was doing. I was having fun in there, Fucking, that's a plumber's tune. You gotta be careful with those, but yeah, that was that time there. I remember that job. That was a fun job. They
so
were
you said
wondering,
let's get it done.
yeah, let's get it done because people were too afraid to get in the hole and get, I just jumped in and let's go, baby. There's
Hey,
nothing else we
sometimes
can do.
that's what it takes, just initiative to get shit done.
Yeah, exactly. That is true.
I do have another picture that I'm gonna show next. Is you and your wife. Um, so my question is, what happened to your beard, and how come you're not leaving it long anymore?
Ah, damn that beard, boy. See that beard? See, that beard was way before it got hipster. You know, that's how old that beard is. That was before anybody had, before Grandpa Baker had a beard. This
What
was
was that,
back
like
in
5 years ago, 6 years
oh
ago?
my, maybe like 6, 7 years ago. This was in Mexico. We were in Mexico for my parents' wedding anniversary. We all went out there, and then my grandpa let me rock with his cane. So maybe that's where the Don. That's the Don look right there. You know what I mean?
That is the Don look. Why you
Uh,
gotta be all special? Why you holding that shaft right there?
Grandpa had a cane and he wanted me to rock the cane, so I rocked the cane with him. So yeah, man, that was my parents' a thing. But yeah, the beard. So it's weird. We went to Japan. When we went to Japan, I had my beard. Everybody was telling me ZZ Tops. They were loving that shit. It was awesome. And then when we got back, I'm like, man, I want to trim it. And then when I trimmed it, I messed up really bad. I said, fuck that. I just cut it off. So no one told me to. My wife liked it, but I just trimmed it. But it was all like weird looking. I'm like, damn, I messed it up. So I just had to cut it. And then I tried to even how when I first cut it, it was all crooked. And then I tried to straighten it out, and then this shit looked no, it didn't look good.
Too gnarly
So
for
I
you.
just
I think you look good. I think you look better here, actually. Like you're old
yeah,
enough that it gives you that age, but at the same time, you don't have to
yeah,
really go to be like the Hessen and the Baker kind of thing. Those.
yeah. Like you said it. Yep, I already did that. Did it before. You just look on the ground, baby. Look at that. What year was that? With that photo?
I
Shoot.
don't even know. I think it was almost saying like 280 weeks. So if you do the math for that, like I don't know, 250 divided by 280 divided by 52 is about it's about 5 6 years, 5 years.
Yeah. So that was like I said before it became hipster. Had the beer going. You know what
Before
I mean?
before those old guys start copying you, right? That's
So
why you're
everybody
that's why you're the
started.
Don.
Hey, the same thing happened with a lot of stuff. You know that. Who was the first one that put the clog dog on? Anyway, so it is what it is. I don't care. I like people doing what I do. I'm glad that people are picking up the tricks of the trade that I do. That's why I put it on the gram so people can learn. I mean, plumbing is universal. Anybody could say no, it's wrong. Yeah, it's right. No, just if your town says it's good to go, then you do it. You know.
Yeah. No, I feel
I'm,
you.
I'm putting I'm putting ABS over here in Chicago. I couldn't put ABS, so
Oh
it's
yeah,
all
there's a
good.
lot of things that are changing that you probably have to do that you didn't do over there.
Yep, the water pipe doesn't have to be 5 feet anymore.
What is it?
16
What
inches.
is it there? Well, it's
Six
it's
inches.
6 inches.
16.
16. That's not bad. That's not bad at
Not
all.
bad at all, baby.
We're 18 over here. That's our
Mm,
frost level.
really?
But we're
Yeah.
pretty damn cold ourselves, actually. So I don't know
Yeah.
why we're not as deep as yours. I mean, why not deeper? But
Yeah. Chicago was 36 inches to the frost, so people would always go 5 foot just to be on the safe side for those really cold winter days. So that's a whole different thing too. I had to acclimate myself to the plumbing and the pricing out here because it's a totally different from out there. Out here, the plumbing is actually cheaper than Chicago. A lot of people can't believe that because it's a lot more expensive in California versus
yeah,
Chicago. But the plumbing out here is cheaper, and my theory is because the trades out here in California is not as strong as they are in Chicago. You
well, you
know,
just got to change the game over here.
so, well, that's what I'm trying to do. People always say stuff, and
Hey
they're
man,
still
we
cheap.
push the game in here in Vancouver all the time. I always love it when I hear I'm the most expensive.
Yeah, yeah, for real. I mean, it's funny because the guy he asked me to do a water heater for him. He buys. I told him my price. He's like, "Oh, the other guys are cheaper." I said, "Well, then go with them." Nope, still went with me. So it's just what it is, man. It's you can't be cheap. You can fair. That's it.
Yeah,
You
fair
got
is
to
the
make.
way to go.
Yeah, when a client calls me and says, "Hey, how much is it to cable out a main line?" and I say 350, they're like, "Someone's gonna do it for $69." Well, why are you calling me? I ain't doing nothing for $69.
It's like what
Oh,
the thing is when you see $69, are you still trying to get something cheaper than 69?
yeah,
That's what really irks me or really gets me questioning. It's just like, hey, there's a
yeah,
pair of shoe for $50. Why not find the same pair of shoes for $20? Like who
yeah,
the hell does that, cat?
yeah. I don't know, but she's actually what turned out to be really cool. She was like, I knew it was too cheap what they were saying. I said, probably was a gimmick to come to your home and oh, this little quarter-inch cable can't pop that 4-inch 75-foot run. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So yeah,
we're gonna
and
dig it
there,
up and charge you 4 grand.
yeah. Well, that's the thing. You got companies that do that. So a lot of people, they think it's cheap, but once they get there, you know, it becomes a lot more than what they told them, and that's the difference with me. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do, and this how much it's gonna cost, and that's it. I don't
It's
need to
always
say,
like
oh,
that.
yeah,
I
I'm not gonna play around.
I just
You
feel
know.
like our business time is too expensive to be going out for, $50 to $60 just so that we can get the opportunity to step into the house and start selling. Because, I don't
Yeah.
want to be that company that just tries to sell people by doing a bait and switch, right?
Exactly, yeah. A bait, exactly. Nah, that's not. Those gimmicks are not good. Eventually, people they figure it out, and then they won't. They'll go for somebody else. So I'd rather keep that customer longevity than just that. One big hit. Because if one big hit is not good, then always constantly getting on base. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
So
I don't home run all the time. I just want to get on base every time.
So we're gonna have two questions over here today, and then
Yeah.
we're gonna be logging it. But I'll still chat with you on here. But the two questions from the viewers is DaCosta's asking, do you ever think that you are going to come over here to Vancouver? I'll let you answer that one yourself.
Dude, I'm trying to go. They don't let me go. Yo,
They ain't
Prime
letting.
Minister cross the line.
We have it planned. We have it planned. So DaCosta, he's gonna actually come over. When the
I've been
borders are
trying to get
open
out.
and when my place is done, because my basement will be kind of free for this man and his family. And then whatever tools you want him to bring over, he's gonna drive it over.
That's right. We're gonna get out of that import pricing, baby. We got it. I'm just gonna cruise it out there. Yeah,
Nothing's
no, I've
brand
been
new in
wanting to go
here.
back. Yeah, no, I mean, and I told Terrence it's only like 15-hour drive, so I could do it in a day. But I've been to Toronto, so now I want to go to Vancouver. My wife and my son's been to Vancouver, and they really liked it. So I want to go out there. But this travel ban. I mean, shit, man. I travel every year except for this 2020.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I
Yeah.
can't even go to Chicago next year because I'm still like I want to go AHR, but I still don't even know if I can or
I don't
even
even know
want
if
to go.
they're gonna have it in January. Yeah, I don't even know if they're gonna have it.
I mean, they just canceled Ish. Ish is gonna be all online, digital.
You see what I mean? So who knows if they're gonna have that one in Chicago? I want to go to that too.
I know exactly how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
There's this guy called Rick asking me if I'm gonna have a beard, and Rick, it's gonna be a no. I don't do beards. I tried a
Yeah.
beard last time. It didn't work, and it's not this guy. Rick is a good friend of mine. You should meet him in Cali. Actually, Rick is out in
Oh,
Cali. Yeah,
nice.
he's Instagram is Lord Rick. I think he met up with Art over there in Cali as well.
Oh, LA. Oh, that's my boy too, Art.
Yeah, Art's up there. So if you have some time, you should hook up with Rick. Rick's a good guy. He's a contractor out there.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna find him right now.
Lord Rick, and it's Rick with a 1, R1CK.
Oh, 310.
Yes, that's the guy. He's like sitting with an elephant or something. I don't know what he's trying to be. Probably special.
Trying to be special.
I love railing. Anyway, so there's one last question from DaCosta asking, what's the best advice you've received today? I mean, received before that you're still putting in you today.
Damn.
That's deep, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a tough question because it's not just one advice that I still use. I mean, gosh, I just the one thing that let me think. That's a tough question, DeCosta. Why you gotta be so damn serious in tea time, bro? I mean, other than just trying to be successful and always give the customer, the client, everything you always got to make sure you got that family time. You know, I am a family man. I got a wife and 2 kids, so I know that's very important to make sure that you have you separate the business from family. You don't always want to, you know, just because you're stressed out over something, bring it home to the family. So that's one thing that I'm always keep in mind all the time to do is, just because one customer or somebody says something that pissed me off, I'm not gonna, I gotta be careful in drawing that line. If my 14-year-old son's asking me a question, I'm irritated. Sometimes I gotta make sure that I don't lash out at him because it's not his fault. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's something that I'm always considering and thinking.
So kind of like
So
leave work at work.
yeah, even though the work comes with me, because being the owner of a company, there's work always around us.
Yeah.
But just the attitude is, if you had a shitty day, don't bring it home. To the family because it's not their fault. So that's one thing that I've always tried to remember. It's very important.
That's great. Like for me, I mean, Takasa's asking me. I mean, I don't have a family yet, but for me, the first thing that always comes to me from what I've heard before is just be yourself and do what you like to do. That's the only principle that I always follow.
Yep. Like I tell everybody, oh, what's your hobby? My hobby is plumbing, baby. I make money doing my hobby. Instead of spending the money on a hobby, I'm making money on a hobby. And I buy a bunch of tools, but that's what it is, baby. Boy.
Bunch of clothes, and where's that feather? Where's that feather that you had again? You should have shown that today. That would have been sick.
Which feather?
The feather that came with, the bow tie feather, the one that came with your suit.
Aha. Damn, it's somewhere in there. I'm telling you, it's probably tucked away somewhere. A lot of my little. So I'm gonna have a shelf here because my wife's gonna use this whole office, but I'm gonna have me a little shelf and I'm gonna put all my little things. I'm just kind of annoyed that I didn't know about that French Supreme and Rigid, but it's all good. I'm gonna make I'm gonna make Supreme the integrity shirts.
Hey, if you still want it, you can buy it on StockX. StockX is still selling it. It's probably only gonna be like $40 more.
So they want 100 for it.
Yeah, they're just gonna want 140 instead of 100 for now. Until I don't know about the resale value. Might have went up, but that's how Supreme goes. People sell it for the resale.
Well, that's why I'm gonna get Supreme shirts and I'm gonna put the logo on.
Yeah, man, that value stays up. Just sell it and just say Supreme Integrity.
Integrity, baby, be Supreme Integrity up in this piece. So.
Well, I'm gonna keep this short so that people can watch it, and it's not gonna be an hour long. So we'll still chat after this. But thank you so much for being here today on episode 19, and thank you everybody who's been watching so far.
Thank
Rick, DeCosta, everybody. Thank you, Marlon, for your time. If you guys don't know Marlon, we're gonna talk about Marlon. His tag is right below here. His name's right above there. So if you want to follow him, give him a follow. And thanks again, everybody. We'll see you next time on episode 20.
Peace.
Peace.